Gaming. Is this good? That's good. Need to lower the volume. Bit dark. My camera sucks sometimes. Okay, hello Sean. How are you doing? Everything I own is breaking on me. Everything I own is breaking on me. Brighter. That's not... Okay, now... Is that as bright as it'll go? I think it is, you know. Do I look really dumb in this? It ain't working. Why is it not working? Fucking work, bitch. I will... Okay, that's not horrible. Hello, Lily. Hello, Lion. How are you doing? Welcome to my favourite chapter, favourite trial in the entire series. Have I mentioned that I love this trial? I should think I have by this point. I'm just double checking. Okay, the exposure was already good. The exposure was already brilliant. To bring the gain down a little bit. I don't think you have. Well, allow me to reiterate. This is my favourite chapter, favourite case, favourite trial in the entire series. It's so good. I hope the audio is good. I take it you guys can hear things just good enough. I've just filled up my cola from yesterday with orange. Of course, it's the first time it's the ultimate imposter. How could you not love it? It is the ultimate imposter. It's just fucking brilliant. Anyway, so recap. Bit of a recap. So, chapter 5 revolves around Nagito trying to lure out the traitor. Showing you just find Sapphire Gaming Cubby, the Forgotten final boss and ending. We follow each other on Twitter. I respect him to a certain degree. Is there final boss spoilers though? Because if there isn't, fine. Go ahead. It's the grind. But if there are, I'm sorry, but don't ever do that. You can't tell. Oh god. Okay. I mean, I'm just curious. Let me have a look, because I don't actually care if I get spoiled. I'm not really a Kirby fan. Let me have a look. That looks like a final boss. But I don't actually know if it is or not. Okay, I don't actually know if it, okay, I don't think it is. Okay, right. So we are doing my favorite trial. That's fair. I mean, spoils in general is just horrible, especially to get them in the recommended. I follow him on Twitter and he seems nice. He seems nice, but the whole spoilery thing, yeah, don't. Anyway, so recap. Chapter 5 revolves around Nagito trying to bait out the traitor, because everyone knows that by this point there is a traitor among them. That was very quiet, I know. Everyone is aware there's a traitor at this point. I get the impression that music is very loud. Is that loud? Is that loud? But yeah, everyone is aware there's a traitor among them. But Nagito wants to find out who it is. So he says he places bombs all around the island and says if in 2 days' time the traitor doesn't come forward, it's kind of loud. Okay. Hopefully that's better. He says if the traitor doesn't come forward in 2 days' time, I'm going to detonate these bombs, the island's going to get blown up and everyone is going to die. No one comes forward. And those bombs did turn out to be fake. But it doesn't matter. But there was a video on a laptop. A pre-recorded video from Nagito just saying, okay, if you want to talk to me, come next door to the warehouse. You go in the warehouse, it's on fire, you put out the fire with fire grenades, you walk to the back, and there you see his dead fucking body. Allow me to play the body discovery one more time. I'll bring the volume up a little bit, because it does get quieter. So what happened? This happened. Holy fucking shit, Nagito is fucking dead. So yeah, seeing Nagito just dead there, it's very complicated. Because everyone was all split up, so no one has an alibi for this. Everyone hated him. Everyone did. And he just wanted to bait out the traitor. So what the fuck's going on? We're going to find out in the trial, which we're doing tonight. My favourite trial. Yeah, so what we last done is during the investigation, we went to Nagito's room. We're in Nagito's room at the moment. And we found, you know, Monami's little thing. A couple of little notebooks, a little notepad. Nothing really important. But there was also a book on his bookshelf. And that was the book that Monokuma gave to him. It was like the Hope's Peak file. And it had everyone's profiles. But Byakuya wasn't there. Instead of Byakuya, it said the ultimate imposter. Because the Byakuya we know in this game is not the same Byakuya as the one in the first game. They're two different people. Honestly, the class trial is great, but something even better happens afterwards. I wish this was alcoholic. Anyway, the last class trial. You said that right? You said the last class trial?
Yep.
Yeah, I heard it too. He ready to say it was the last class trial. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma time earlier, right? After the trials when they finally make Leon Mastermind Theory canon. Holy shit. 2 more days? And he said something about the killing score trip ending, right? Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one.
But still...
But I can't imagine that's the real end. Audio good, by the way? Is audio good? Huh? I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. Audio good? Not too quiet or anything? His real plan? Hey Zephyr! You haven't missed anything. About to stop the trial. Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Oh my god, Zephyr. Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once?
Well?
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it too much, I think. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first. Yeah, you're right. Class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because I was so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
But still...
Well, you don't have to worry so much.
Right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know. You're right, you're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if there's a mystery that can't be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together. Yeah, if we do that, things will turn out fine. So I don't plan on paying too much attention. I'll bug you for a recap later, maybe watch the execution. Need to be a pirate. Need to be a pirate. Oh, Sea of Thieves. Okay. This is like the best trial, by the way, Zeph. The best, most interesting, most complicated, just fucking amazing trial. Well, he could mean...
Damn right.
He could be illegally downloading Mario Kart Wii. I don't know. Looks like everyone's here. Huh? Is this it? Should there be more people?
Damn it.
Stop it making me depressed.
Stupid fool!
You're making me depressed! America, where do I need to pirate it? I don't know, Zeph. You tell me. So, it's gonna happen again. Oh my god, his Mount Rushmore looks a bit different though with Monokuma head. Mount Rushmore? Who's Rushmore? And why do I need to mount? Anyway, so it is gonna happen again. The cruel conflict. We must update our friends. But once we're through with this, we can go back, right?
That's right.
That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said the last class trial. Is that a historical monument or a command? Did not expect that.
Damn it.
But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe the guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know?
You know,
That's
right?
why I'll definitely survive. We can really go home after to deal with this class trial.
That's right.
I'll definitely find who the killer is, no matter what, even if it's to pull out all the stops. What the fuck are you? Why are you here? You haven't realised it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island, thinking that... That feeling of wanting to leave this island, thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know?
Huh?
What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse. Stop trying to jinx us.
I'll pick you up.
Damn right, stupid rabbit should just shut up. Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. Monomi is angry right now. That means she's angry and serious. Monomi is seriously angry. Huh? Monokuma is going to piss on the moon, you idiot. I have finally realised, after losing my powers, I've realised that cursing your powerlessness and your fate accomplishes nothing. Oh my god, the Monomi character arc. She actually has a character arc, it's very slight. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. I wonder if I can take a shot at the hedgehog with a picture of the Jack. Go ahead. In order to become someone who'd be proud of yourself. So I will fight!
Huh?
What's her deal? I do not really know, but she seems different from before. Chiaki Nanami's a bitch-ass motherfucker. Never say. Yeah, I agree with that. Never say that again. She's like the best. You leave her alone. Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes. She looks so determined.
You.
What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Minimaru. Be annoying if you start talking during the trial. Monokuma 2 start standing up to Monokuma 1 finally. Holy shit. Hazer. This is the... I've said this so many times, but this is like the best trial in the entire series. So many people agree this is the best one. It's so good. Fine. Mostly about halfway in, by the way. Like the second half is like where it gets amazing. First half is just complicated, but still really good.
But still.
Somehow I understand what Monomi is saying, I think. Anyway, let's get going. The last class trial.
Yep.
You're right. We need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself, over and over within my mind. If they turn off many marks, the trial was written before the devs included him or something. Probably. Probably. I entered Monokuma Rock. I mean, there were a handful of like last minute changes in this game, so I don't actually know if Minimaru is one of them. It is so quirky.
Yeah.
This elevator ride. This will be the last time for this too, right? I hope so.
Well?
Let's worry about things after we're finished. Audio still good?
You are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is going to go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials. Long elevator, Undertale OST. No, this is a Monokuma elevator. Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair OST. Don't worry guys, when the bomb thing goes off, Leon comes back and you'll have one final trial with him. Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he's gone, the one who survived needs to stand and fight. We must fight. And then the door slowly opened. This bright light greeting us. Let me just change to the trial scene and turn off the blood. There we go. Is that the light of hope? Or the light of despair?
now.
Well then, now that the Chatterbox Nagito is gone, there's only 6 of you left. I should actually stay on daytime, it looks better. It looks better for now. Well then, now that the Chatterbox Nagito is gone, there's only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell
Come on,
up!
just fucking start this already.
Hey!
This is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
Yep, sure is. So, you gotta show some enthusiasm, make sure you give it your all.
All right!
Didn't I tell you? He said it, this is the end.
Now then.
Let's get this trial started.
Viva killing!
This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other. This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Nagito Kamida, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. Monokuma, the point of the class trial isn't to kill each other. Those were the rules, you should know them. Yeah, at the very beginning, Nagito actually seemed quite nice. But then this happened. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. And he said overcome a stepping stone for hope. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But there were also times he saved us too. The weak point of my gut. What word don't you like, Sean? Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. I have no idea at all who did it, but there is no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito. The killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. If Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so... this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, the last one has begun. I think I'm actually getting better at the voices. When it comes to like being dramatic on the voices, I actually think I'm getting better at it. Honestly, yeah, I love how they do that. I really do. They remove Makoto's. Yeah. What was it? How did it go? It was like, I don't remember what it was, but it was so stupid, and he said it every single trial. It was kind of like a catchphrase, but it wasn't even an iconic one. It was just random. No, it wasn't even memorable. But yeah, start of the debut. That's fair. Okay. A deadly deception, a deadly truth, a deadly lie, a deadly class trial. No, it was, oh yeah, like, yeah, that was the one. But it was like a bunch of other words. Anyway, save the progress and I'm going to read through all the truth bullets for anyone who missed the last stream. Because this is a complicated case, but it's so good once you put it all together. Okay, let me have a quick sip of my orange squash. Right. Monokuma file number 5. The victim is Nagito Kamida. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. Consume the piss. Torture wounds. Both of Nagito's legs were tied with rope, and each rope was tied to nearby pillars, which prevented him from moving. His thighs were also covered with a lot of stab wounds. Burned rope. The rope that was tied to Nagito's right arm had burned off, However, Nagito's right sleeve still looked clean. Survival knife. A survival knife that was stabbed into Nagito's right hand. The knife is from the military base. It's safe to assume that the wounds on Nagito's legs and left arm were caused by this knife. Blood on the left hand. Blood was splattered on the palm of Nagito's left hand. For some reason, the splatter cuts off in the middle of this palm. Also, the back of his left hand has an unnatural blood stain that's only above the middle joints of his fingers. Duct tape. Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape. However, the blood that splattered onto his face wasn't under the duct tape. The tape itself had a lot of crinkles in it, as if Nagito was desperately moving his mouth underneath it. Spear of Gungnir. The spear impaled through Nagito's stomach. A cord with an iron weight at the end of it extends from the back of the handle. For some reason, only the section where the cord and weight touch is bloody. Monokuma plushie. A life-size Monokuma plushie that was found on the floor near the fire's origin point. Find this monologue if you want it, go for it. A life-size Monokuma plushie that was found on the floor near the fire's origin point. There's a huge bloody hole in its stomach as if it was stabbed. And so the curtain on her first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. It was so lame. It was so lame. Blood on the girder. A red faint line. A faint pink line was on the ceiling girder inside the goods warehouse. Deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly shut the fuck up Makoto. Monokuma panels. A lot of tipped over Monokuma panels were scattered around the goods warehouse. In one area the panels seemed to be laying on top of each other in a straight, orderly line. Oil lighter. Found at the fire's origin point. It looks like this is what caused the fire. MP3 player. An MP3 player that comes with speakers. The music that was blaring throughout the warehouse when Hajime and the others arrived was coming from this. There's a lot of them, actually, damn it. A deadly amount of bitches. Sonya's account. Sonya secretly used one of the bombs from the military base of the ancient ruins and found out that the bombs were fake. At the time, Monami was apparently peeking the whole time. Monokuma's account. Monokuma knew all along the bombs were fake. However, he apparently never revealed that fact to anyone. Monami's notebook. The diary that Monami updated every day. Or did she? According to Monokuma, Monami can't write. Peeking! Gas mask and gloves. These were hidden at Nagito's cottage under his bed. Piece of blue paper. Found at Nagito's cottage under his bed. It's a round, thin piece of aluminium paper. Monokuma's special poison. Poison found inside the refrigerator at Nagito's cottage. The warning label at the back of the bottle states, "This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes, and is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight." Hopes P Academy file. This file contains the Hopes P Academy student profiles for all 16 students participating in the school trip. Due to the fact that Monokuma forged the traitor's profile, looking at this won't help identify who the traitor is. There we go. So that's all the truth bullets that we have regarding Nagito's case. This case is so good. Double audio check. Is the audio okay? And also please let me know once people start talking if everything's still okay, because I kind of need to know. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, bitch. Sure, let's fucking do this.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
She's pissed.
Oh my! Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
Thank you, Sean.
Chesto!
She ain't tied up this time.
One more time! Jeez! How about this one?
Poor Monami.
This will be my final blow!
Oh, step back. Good.
It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
Don't lie, Monokuma. You know who done it.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger.
Good point.
Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? They're playing Among Us IRL. Oh my god. Are they the same person? Oh. Ba-da-ba-boom.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Why did the cats torture Nagito? No. Were the wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place?
The killer
Oh
didn't
god, I
tape
forgot.
Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
I forgot.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's
Oh,
why he was
yeah.
so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
I know what it is. I need
If
to wait
so,
though.
the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Right. I remember. Because
Killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
interesting.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
No, I'm being dumb.
So,
I
is
remember-
whoever found the bomb.
That was
I'm dumb.
Fuyuhiko.
Like I know it's definitely the truth
I
bullet.
found it by, there's no way.
And just there's no point which helps me. I mean, there is, but I just don't actually remember. Basically, it's the fact that he couldn't have been tortured for information because he had tape over his mouth. You can't get information when you got tape over your mouth. I'm just trying to remember which point I have to shoot.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up.
They clearly did.
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
That can't be the
No,
case.
that's wrong.
He had tape over his mouth for information. You can't get information when you got tape over your mouth. You fool.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape. so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything.
Thank you, Hajime. There's no way I'd torture someone. Ultimate Yakuza. He'd send someone to sleep with the fishes, but he wouldn't torture them. That's just too far.
If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
Thank you.
I'm prepared.
Kazuichi.
I
Oh,
just realized
Kazuichi.
it's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Did I get caught in that trap? Did I, Kazuichi? With the sword.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
No.
But
No.
if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it... First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
No.
Crap! Pay attention. This is...
Yeah.
First,
It is the right
killer
bullet.
tortured Nagito and got information about the bombs.
No.
Then, after they killed him,
I'm so dumb. Okay.
Damn
Right. Okay.
like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap.
No.
They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
No, you can't.
I can't back down.
Kazuichi, that's not how it works. There was blood under... No, sorry, there was no blood
tape his
under the
mouth
duct
shut?
tape. So the whole time he's being
How is
tortured,
he supposed to
the
answer
tape was over his
anything?
mouth.
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about...
No.
Then, after they killed him,
No. What?
Damn it!
Oh, and is that the one I need to...
like you said, if Nagito's
Oh,
mouth was
God,
taped
this
shut,
game.
you obviously assume he couldn't talk. But that was the trap. They
No.
wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut,
Yeah.
how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb. Then, after they killed him,
Allow me to
No.
cut through those words.
No. There was blood. There was no blood under the duct tape.
No. There's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
Because there was no blood underneath it. If he was tortured for information, and he was covered in blood, why was there no blood under the duct tape?
what did you say?
When he was being tortured, the duct tape was over his mouth.
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
Thank you, Chiaki. At least someone here has a brain.
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds. Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth.
Well, Akane, the one student who would be lucky enough to settle this with rock, paper, scissors, is dead.
He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream.
I think it's making the duct tape the entire time because there's no blood under the duct tape. Yes, exactly.
Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Who doesn't?
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
I should also go this as if you played this game.
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
I don't know, Akane, you tell me.
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
Got another killing game. So do I. I miss these kind of like cases. This is like the best case ever. It's so good.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
No.
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
No, we want to figure out murder. Fortune requires murder. Let's just do it in real life. It's simple.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup?
I'm gonna commit to the
Like
murder.
what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
The reason for the fire, huh? Alright, we need to clear that up first. He really is. Bam 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 bam.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Okay.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
No.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
No.
Or perhaps opening the door caused.
Yes.
I agree with that. I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Consent. Hajime teaches consent. I once saw a post like this: to make the games more kid-friendly, the Attorney writers made sure every murder weapon was not lethal IRL. Which one of your murder methods at home to test it? I mean, I don't know what the murder weapons are like in Ace Attorney, but if it's something like a balloon or something, I mean, a balloon is lethal. Get like the string from it. Anyway, right. I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
Not wind pressure.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels.
Thank you, Hajime. Like Domino's. I want pizza now. V3's trial UI, it's different. It's different, I'll say that.
A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
Thank you, Hajime. A domino is a shape with four sides.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
Yes, Akane, that's what a domino is. It's also pizza.
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second.
So the door was opened, causing a Monokuma panel to, you know, fall over and just start knocking all the others down until one hit the lighter, which caught on fire and then set the entire place on fire.
And from there, They felt like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
Mm-hmm. That's why it was dark.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
The killer did one other thing to hide the domino effect? I think I know?
Crap!
No? How do they hide it? God, how do they hide it? I forgot. I mean, the fire hit it. Oil lighter?
Crap!
No? I forgot. Domino. The killer did one other thing to hide the domino effect. Oh yeah, the music! I'm so used to the music that I forgot. Thank you, user. Yeah, the music. Hit the sound.
I see! You're talking about the MP3 player, right?
Look, Zeph. Look. I know exactly how this case goes down, but there are a couple of specifics that I do forget some details of.
That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes are still used to the bright sunlight outside. Within that darkness, a loud hymnal blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap? No, I'm not talking about the music. As if on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
Mm-hmm. Okay, glimpse of Libby's blindly solving stuff instead of blasting through the... Yeah, a bit of a glimpse. Like, I know exactly how the case goes down, but like when I do when I do forget like a small detail, you know, it's interesting to remember certain things. Even though I know how this case goes down, it's my favourite one, but still.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
It was, wasn't it? It's fine, I'll open it slowly. That's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it was a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay? Did I tell you to be fine? Just gotta use a little more force. We'll have to open it slowly. Akane ignored their protest. With a mighty kick, the door flew open.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
If that door was the only entrance to the warehouse... See, so the problem Chiaki's talking about is... we couldn't see inside, they could have hidden inside, we couldn't take any merch, or the killer couldn't have left.
I see!
If the only way out was blocked, how did they get
The
out?
panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened. The killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
We didn't get any Monokuma merch. This isn't Monokuma merch. I grabbed the first soft thing that was on my shelf, thinking that was the Monokuma plush. This isn't the Monokuma plush. Where's Monokuma? There it is. It's further behind. This is my Monokuma. No, this is just Gundam. I'm kidding. Gundam's great. But for Sean's sake, this is my Gundam plush. I'm kidding. Gundam's cool.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder?
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse? There's only one person who could have done that. So if there was this domino effect, which starts the fire, and it starts when you open the door opens and it knocks over the first panel, meaning that when the killer killed Nagito, they couldn't get out. But everyone was outside. So who could have done this? Who would have been responsible? Who realistically would have been responsible besides Leon Kuwata? I do want to get some like genuine guesses as well. Zephyr News, I want to hear some like genuine guesses as to who you think the killer is going to be, because this one is crazy. There's only one person it could have been to start that chain reaction.
This is my answer. What if it was Nagito?
You guys learn your lesson of asking who in any trial. You know what? I know, but like, I'm trying to involve you guys in one of my favorite series. I don't want Leon Kuwata all the time. I'll logically be mixing for Nagito, but at this point, he'll probably be dead. I'm just saying, this case, it gets really, really good, especially in the second half. So if you get any new guesses, let me know. But I'll go over who's left as well, by the way, for your sake, if you need a recap of who's left alive. So there's Hajime, there's Nagito, who's dead, but he could potentially have done it. So Hajime, Nagito, Kazuichi, Sonya, Chiaki, and Akane, and Fuyuhiko. Everyone else is dead. Leon Kuwata plays you. Leon Kuwata some of the time got him. What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Monami. Fair.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator too. Maybe.
Through the notebook and stuff. That's fair. That's fair.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
He's not saying, but he's implying.
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
They already forego what kind of person Nagito is. That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
It's a great trial. Like you said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
So he either committed suicide or forged his murder. So what do you mean by that? I forgot about that. He used his front
Actually tie up
tail.
your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Was it? Oh, fuck.
Crap!
No, he just killed himself.
To actually tie up your own arms
This is
and legs.
Nagito.
That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but
But no, mini spoiler. All Danganronpa's Chapter 5, in all 3 games, Chapter 5 is just full of like major plot twists. This is no different.
tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
I don't know about that. Because Nekomaru's look pretty strong, but we'll never saw Nagito's, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't that big anyway.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
I know what I have to do, but I'm forgetting what the point
To
is.
actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obvious.
Tying just the legs is what tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible
You
if you were
couldn't
by
do much
How
with your
about if
free
you
arm.
use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Stepping stone for hope. Oh, so he probably set it up so the traitor would kill him. Ooh, okay. That probably satisfied his desire for the stepping stone for hope. That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
To actually tie up your own
Sorry,
arms and
fucking
legs.
Vocaloids.
That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but
Burned rope. That is the right one. Okay, so
tying both arms would be impossible.
like I know the point I'm trying to make.
You couldn't do
I
much
just-
with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the...
It'd be impossible if you were...
How about if you use or if you use your
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
I think it's the first one.
To actually tie up your own arms and...
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
He did. Okay, so he did tie up his legs, but he didn't tie up his arms. Well, not both of them anyway.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
I don't know, but I'm sure it wasn't premise. The proof that the burnt rope on Nagito's right arm is a trap? His right sleeve. So, the burnt rope that was attached to his right arm, that was on fire, that was burnt. But his sleeve was completely clean.
I see.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito.
Right.
I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
True.
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
Ah, that much is obvious.
Is it? Guess you're right about twists.
Hajime, you tricked me. Give me back that Benjamin.
Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back? What the heck? You gave her the money? Hajime?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Implies he paid her? Hajime? Paid, to be fair. Sean?
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
A way to stab yourself in your right hand using only your right hand. You fucking paid, Hajime. You fucking paid. So first off, he spends $1.5 million on a sticker. And you guys are damn lucky Amazon in the stream. Oh, 100%. A way to stab yourself in your right hand using only your right hand. It's okay, there's definitely an answer for this. Does anyone have any idea? Is there anything showing the scene? I don't think there's anything that shows the full scene. 5 million. He spends 1.5 million on an NFT and then plays for OnlyFans. Okay.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
So do you remember that Monokuma plushie?
He threw the knife into
that had
the
a hole
air
in it?
and let the knife fall.
Oh, no,
Could
I'm
he
done.
stab his hand that way?
Wrong button.
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Consent.
Agree with that.
So, this one.
The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
So this one. It's very, very Nagito. Like this, just straight up screams Nagito. And you'll see why in a second.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
Yeah. That's the trick. He got a Monokuma plushie. I'm not going to get a knife out, don't worry. I'll use my Apple Pencil. So he had a Monokuma plushie. He put the knife into the plushie and then slammed his hand onto it. That screams Nagito. It really does. Yeah, it's disgusting.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
That would scream Nagito if he didn't have tape over his mouth.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible?
Makes sense.
He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Understandable. Fuyuhiko's voice actor did so good. Honestly, yeah.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Sonia? Sonia? Sonia?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Friendship penetrates?
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time. I need to record it. For reasons.
That's not why, Zeph. This is not why.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out!
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear.
Coke. It's how Sonia is completely oblivious to what she's saying. Because, like, she pretty much learnt the language through, like, TV and shit. So, like, she doesn't really understand everything. So, like... Oh, Sonia.
It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand, while your left hand is tied up.
I don't know, Zeph. I think she said before that she likes watching, like, true crime and things about serial killers. And also just, like, Japanese, like... Just... I don't know. She likes things that are, like, over-the-top Japanese. Even though she's speaking English, they're canonically Japanese. But still. Okay.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
I remember one of the Pokemon developers binged a British TV show when they were developing Britain in Pokemon. Wow.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone.
She is pissed.
If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monomi sassing me.
Like, Monomi is pissed. She'll say the Pokemon devs binge Great British Bake Off to make Pokemon. She's pissed on the moon.
But
take that, Monokuma,
it's
you
just as
idiot.
Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So, this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
It was voiced too. Is this like the first time someone actually says Among Us and it's actually voiced? Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi? Holy fucking shit. There is a killer among us, Kazuichi. Hold up 1 second. I need to change one thing on my stream deck. Because I'm pretty sure right now, yeah, right now the sounds are just play and stop. I've changed it to play and overlap so I can just... Okay. Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi? Dying 4 is going to be so brain dead because there's going to be so many Omogai opportunities. We can't really say there was an ultimate imposter anymore. That's the joke that we've been going with the entire game. So, oh yeah, Dank 4 should have an ultimate imposter. The second game, this game has an ultimate imposter. That's a clip if I ever saw one. Just... Anyway. Who says ultimate crewmate cat? That's true. Okay.
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Oh. Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Did he get the spear to fall from those blood-stained girders? How could he have done that?
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
Everyone working together.
She's right. We made it through several ordeals up until now by doing that. And even now...
Alright, let's do this.
A rope thing next to him. Used a piston and flicked a lever.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
Does it,
No, that's
Kazuichi? Does it rule out his left hand?
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
So here, so like here, and like here. I wonder.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
What was Nagito's left hand doing when the blood splattered? Right. Okay, I can do that. So, hand. Left hand. So there was blood along here. So like here. And also here. Right? Have I got a pen? Hang on. Have I got a pen? I don't know if I have a pen. I do have a pen. I am going... Do I use a Sharpie? Maybe don't use a Sharpie. Hang on. Right. Give me a second. Right. Give me a second. I am doing a visual demonstration of what his left hand was doing. I'm sure you probably have figured it out by this point, but I'm doing it regardless. I'm doing it regardless. I've actually started editing more of the Danganronpa videos as well, and by that I mean the first games, and I want the videos to be funnier, so that's why I'm doing dumb shit, even though we're near the end of the second game, and I'm not going to do V3 for a little while. Okay. It's okay, my hand is just covered in ink at this point, but it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. Hold up, give me a moment. I'm just... Right. I am committed to this. I am very committed to this. My hands are so... Right, hang on, I need to... So it's along like there. And also a little bit. So it's kind of like that there too. A few seconds later, okay, so cuts off. Okay, so boom. Fuck. It's okay, I can get my fingers a bit messy, it's fine. Come wash my hands after the stream. So the rest of the stream I'm just going to have black ink all over my hand. It's fine. Who cares? It's only a bit of ink. Okay. And then it's also like... Oh, I'm ticklish. I'm like a really ticklish person. So now I'm on the palm of my hand. Oh, that's... I don't like that feeling. I don't like that feeling. Right. I'll just do a bit of a rough outline for the palm. I know this is taking a while. Please forgive me. However, it's for the sake of revealing a very obvious point, which should be clear by now. I mean, you've probably figured it out by this point, but like, do I care? Do I care? No. Why would I care? And then it goes up a little bit on the side. It's for the vine. God, I haven't heard anyone say that in years. God, I wonder why. Ah, my palm is like so sensitive. That's just such a weird feeling. Have I got anything I can use for a rope substitute? Fun fact, I don't actually have any rope. I'm very nearly done, guys. I'm sorry I'm taking so long, but I am very nearly done. Are you roping your hand? I'm not roping my hand. I am covering my hand in ink. Because blood. Ink on me does not like suit me at all. That's why I never want tattoos. It's not really me. Very nearly done, just doing my knuckles. Oh my god, Sonic and Knuckles. Holy shit. You went away and came back. You haven't missed anything. I'm covering my hand in ink as a blood substitute. I'm doing a visual demonstration of what Nagito was holding with his left hand. Or doing with his left hand. Right. I have used... This was a brand new pen before. This was a brand new pen before. Not anymore. Okay, visual demonstration time. Time for a visual demonstration. Right. This is Nagito's left hand. Actually, have I got any rope? Hang on. Not any rope, we'll say. I don't have any rope. Fun fact. Instead, I will use... I will use this Mario plush. Right, so this is Nagito's hand, right? I've copied my hand to exactly where the bloodstains were on his hand. Right, so the front of his hand looked like this. The black obviously signifies blood. I have to clarify that. And this is what the back of his hand looked like. When his body was found, he was kind of like, his hand was like this. And you can see it like that. So it looks completely random at first why the blood would be like this. But if you consider the fact that he was potentially gripping... If he was gripping something... I am strangling this Mario. If you consider the fact that he was potentially gripping when the blood splattered him, you know, this bloodstain makes a lot more sense when you consider it. There's meant to be blood there, but the ink is kind of already faded. It was not a very good pen. But, you know, that kind of gives you a better idea of where the blood was. If it was like that, that's why the blood is here and not in his palm. There we go. This is going to be on the rest of... This is going to be on my hand for the rest of the stream. And we're not even halfway into the trial yet. It's dedication to the craft. This is my favourite trial. Anyway, back to the trial. Among Us sound effect. Tattoo. I don't want tattoos. I never want a tattoo. It's not really me. Just putting this on me just feels weird. Tattoos just aren't my thing. Anyway, right. Oh no, what have you done out of context? If you just got a screenshot of... Just me strangling the Mario plush. I chose the Mario plush, by the way, because that Mario plush has been through a lot of shit. Does anyone remember when I was doing that one Mario Kart stream and I ended up shoving that Mario head into a glass? And I made Mario snort paper. Not even a small one? This is the same Mario plush that has been shoved into a glass, has been made to snort paper. Actually, no, I think it was... I don't know what it was. I think it was paper. This Mario has been through some shit. So he's also just been strangled while I'm doing a Nagito imitation. Of you shoving that bitch into a cup is pinned. Yeah, it is. Okay, right. So, Libbytato Danganronpa streams. Shit goes down. Right, so, what was Nagito doing with his left hand? I will tell you. I'll tell you. Hopefully by now you know. With his left hand, he was gripping.
I see! When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand.
Thank you, Hajime. I should hope that this demonstration helped you, Hajime, understand what he was doing with his hand.
That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
All this for a multiple choice. A very obvious multiple choice as well, by the way. The only real ones were... Actually, there weren't any real ones. The only option that made sense was gripping. I've done this for nothing, but still.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
I mean... Okay, right.
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear.
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild.
Des were really bored of making this trial. Honestly, this trial is still really good, Zeph. There's just a couple of dumb jokes like that.
He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
Hey Benji. It's okay, Nagato. It's okay, Nagato, you aren't the only one into BDSM. Oh no. Nagito. Oh yeah, I'm setting up serious. Let me just grab my front tail before I die. That'd be Tero if he was doing that. That's right, that's the problem.
Hey Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
Which section of the spear was he holding on to? The handle, the blade, the shaft, or the cord? The cord! As user pointed out before.
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord.
True.
There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Yeah, user, you're very good at picking up on seemingly obscure details. Holding onto the cord.
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki?
Users get the small mysteries, but when it comes to the big ones, it's just Leon Kawata.
I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
Oh god, that was direct.
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Chiaki, I'm sorry, but you figured it out. Please tell us. The big mystery is who the mastermind is, and it is apparent to us that Leon was resurrected to become Onward number 2, who in reality is a true mastermind. God. Nagito was facing up, and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that, that's it. Could it be the state of the spear and the fact that Nagito is holding the tip of the cord attachment? If I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure it out. Where the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. Dive drive? Dive drive. Or logic dive. Great, let's go. Okay. Fuck. Time to play Run 2 on Cool Mouse Games to figure out a basic physics question. No Hajime, we've been over this, not the skateboard dimension. Stay with us. Where was the spear just before it impaled Nagito? Under Nagito, above Nagito, or in his left hand? It was above Nagito. The real victim in this case, the real culprit in this case, was gravity. Holy shit. But in all seriousness, Monami had some pretty strange this trial. Whole diary being in the changing of heart. Yeah, it's a little bit different, isn't it? That's fair. Besides the spear, what else is above Nagito? The stuffed plushie, sprinklers, or a ceiling girder? The ceiling girder. That was directly above Nagito. Fuck. Yes, the sprinklers. For fuck. If you guys finish this trial before another hour and a half, ping me on Discord and time for the execution. Okay. See you, Lily. Fuck, I'm stuck at this today. What item connects both the spear and the ceiling girder? The spear's cord, the rope on Nagito's left hand, or the rope on Nagito's right hand? The spear's cord. Which he was gripping.
It's all coming together.
Just staring hard and going, is he dead? He's just standing there.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
He was just standing there, just like... No, actually, no, his eyes were closed, so he was more like... The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up.
Perpendicular. In the middle of the air?
Ah, yes, Kazuichi.
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Yeah, the tea time Sonia talked about while he was thinking.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
I mean, pink is just light red.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was.
Last game we learned the characters didn't have much hemoglobin, and this game we learned they're colorblind. Yeah.
Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear?
If I killed someone, I'd make it super fucked up and gruesome though. I'll be a fucked up little guy. That makes two of us.
That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end.
And here we have Nagito being Nagito.
Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Gross.
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far?
He does seem quite casual about it, seeing as he's already stabbed his arm. Ow.
That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake.
So if you speak this is a suicide? How come?
By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Could the dominoes be used to knock out the thing from his hand? What thing? The spear thing. Oh. The spear thing. Wait. Thing he was holding. So that was in his left hand. The dominoes came in from the right. So I don't think it would have been able to like knock it out of his hand. However, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Oh, Hajime, you're a joker. Jeez, I'm starting to feel a little sympathetic towards him. How stupid of me. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I'd forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right?
Hajime is so...
Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
So this case, it's so well written. Nagito is like an absolute genius on this one.
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. The bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so he'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense.
Because he sounds like he's a fucking bastard. I mean, yeah, that too.
It's probably just my imagination.
Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is? Or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to read such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more.
What do you mean?
I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death. And it's something that even he couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Something related to Nagito's death. A piece of evidence even he couldn't mess with. No.
I see.
Oh, never mind.
Is it about the Monokuma file?
I was going to look through them and I wanted to have a quick read through it to be sure it's the Monokuma file, but I guess I pressed the wrong button.
Yeah, that's it.
I instinctively know what the answer is.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
The victim is Nagito Kamida. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed into his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chieki's worried about is... What is it? What's hidden in the Monokuma file? Hangman's Gambit, okay. But can you spell the words? I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah. Cause of death. But can you spell the words cause of death? Fuck! Yeah, so people do see this as being like the worst Hangman's Gambit because this one is just complicated as fuck. They climb, they explode.
We will never give up.
You get to make a comic book after this. I will play that video. I'm going to quickly look for that video. Very, very quickly. I will find that one video. I will find that one video. I will find that one video that we all keep referencing because it's really funny. I will find it, don't you worry. I will find it. Where is it? It was in here a while ago, so where's that fucking video? Give me a second, guys. Find it. Okay. Just so I can actually get it out first. It is just called Danganronpa, yeah. So it is hard to find because it's just titled Danganronpa. It's in 480p because my internet sucks. However, hope the volume's okay for this short video.
I know she stabbed him with a knife.
But can you spell the word knife?
Yes.
In this fun game?
I guess. I need the letter K.
Make sure you pick the right letters.
I need the letter K.
And if different letters touch, they explode.
There is no K
You
here.
need to make a comic book after this.
So I first watched this when I only played the first game, and I still find it funny, because even in the first game, Hangman's Gambit was still a bit of a shit show, but it was so much more of a shit show in this game. Yeah, I forgot his names. I couldn't search him up, but yeah, you gotta make a comic book after this. Anyway, right, we will never give up. Audio still good? Right, I've got to focus. So I know that this specific Hangman's Gambit is a shit show. This one is an absolute shit show. Need a T. Give me a H. H. Danganronpa 2, no damage, run, killer, right? Yeah, doing now without getting attacked is just how the fuck do you do it?
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
I hate to make this more difficult if there are more letters. Who cares if it's unfair? Not only is there a spear stabbed into his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
28 stab wounds. Plot twist, he's still alive somehow. I'd like to say that's a possibility, but there was a body discovery announcement.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
I mean, knowing Nagito, he's probably back to life or something.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
Leon gave him some tips on how to get away with it.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
They don't. The Ultimate Imposter kind of ties into the ending. Kinda.
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh?
I have consumed a drink.
Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote?
Malice climbed a terrario. I would say Breath of the Wild reference.
I think we should keep
Yeah,
going
Lion
until
said.
everyone is satisfied. Even if it's just to be safe.
Good idea, Chiaki.
You were right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying.
You.
But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma! You heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
So what does Monokuma do if everyone just decides to fuck him over and just not vote? It's the same as voting incorrectly. Death. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Now that I think about it, Nagita's the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. Then the situation we're in might be the thing that Nagita wanted all along. No. Never mind. I'm probably overthinking. Halfway!
No, no!
Like respecting the dying wish of Nagito of all people? Yeah. Nagito. Nagito. I mean, Nagito is a very silly Billy, as we like to call him. He's a little bit of a silly Billy. Talking of being a silly Billy, I'm going to go fill up my bottle. So I'll do that during an ad break. Might as well. We've got about a minute or so anyway. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Hope's Piss Academy. More piss. How was that for timing? I returned as soon as the break was supposed to end, I think. That's good timing. Anyway, welcome back to Hope's Piss Academy. Actually, no, we're on an island. Right. Don't know why I never get the ads ready. Yeah. It's weird. I thought it was like everyone who's not a sub. Or like, yeah. I mean, everyone who's not a sub. I don't know how it works. Doesn't matter. Back to the trial. Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was going to start. But, Jabbercock Island, I mean what? That's like a rose level. Like, misspelling there. Well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it's going to happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured it out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Monami? Hey, how much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along with what we always do. Alright, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand the silence when you're all alone with someone else. Oh my god. So, Monami and I are the best of best friends. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. Enough! What else does it be hated that much? Besides the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy tiny 1mm bit. How sad. Distrusting your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know. You're not even friends in the first place. Then as your older brother, let me say this. You're not even my brother. It's sad to live a life without friendship. That's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. Well, there may be some demand for that. Monokuma. Okay.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too.
Oh my god, you're gonna fight too?
I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation.
You know what do I like? I don't get either.
Basically it.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
I guess it's like, oh, I was gonna say that two line. I guess it's like an alternative to like the Monokuma theaters, which have these little Monami segments.
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities. Huh.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like... it's possible that we overlooked something.
Overlooked, huh?
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly! We should cooperate at a time like this.
A fatal wound that wasn't the spear? We don't even know if that actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is no matter what. Right.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
Poison!
I agree with that. That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
True.
Poison? It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
That's true.
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
Fuck it, I'm gonna play Garfield Kart Furious Racing. Oh no. Oh god. Chiaki's metagaming. Oh my god.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
But the whole, like, poisoning causing the blood blotch... the whole blood blotches thing, I completely forgot about that. That's a good point. If poisoning would leave these blood blotches all over you, being covered in blood from stabbings, which were obvious, would cover them. Blaz would be proud. Blaz would be very proud.
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Oh, you silly.
Are there any left?
Hell no! No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
Yeah, Ham would be loving this. The way the poison entered Nagito's body. The answer's written on the warning label? I should think carefully and try to remember it. Okay, so this one. This is a little bit tricky to remember off the top of your head. But it's clever. Just have a think about that poison. Actually, can I can't read it. Okay, question 1. What state was the poison in when it affected Nagito? Was it a solid, a liquid, or a gas? So, I can't actually... Let me see if I can actually get the truth bullets. I want to get the truth bullets. The poison was broken down via hydrolysis. Yes, I don't remember what that means, but I'll go over the... Okay, yeah, I found all the... chapter 1. Chapter 5, please. Okay, chapter 5. So, Monokuma's special poison. Right. I will read the truth bullet. Monokuma's special poison. Poison found inside the refrigerator at Nagito's cottage. The warning label on the back of the bottle states, this enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. So, when it comes in contact with water, the poison will decompose. Okay. Yeah, that's the special poison. Have a little think about that. So, knowing that, what state was the poison in when it affected Nagito? Was it a solid, a liquid, or a gas? I mean, I can already say it's not a solid, but like, would it have been a liquid or a gas when it affected Nagito? It'd have to be gaseous, yeah. So, it'd have to be a gas when it affected Nagito. It would have had to have been. It couldn't have been anything else. Because there's no way for it to get to him if it was a liquid. Because his hands were free. He smoked weed and it killed him. This straight up turns into Run at this point. Okay. How did the poison enter Nagito's body? Through his wounds, through his mouth, or through his nose? How would it... This isn't really that important, but how would it have got into his body? Through his wounds, his mouth, or his nose? I don't know how relevant this point is. Actually, but you can figure it out. So, his wounds, his mouth was taped shut. So I guess either his nose or his wounds. Yeah, so I'm not really sure how relevant this one is. I guess his nose. Poison closest molecule of special poisons. Phosgene. Oh, I wasn't. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Come on. Oh, there was only 2 points. Okay, never mind.
It's all coming together.
Yeah, there's only 2.
What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Yes, instead of drinking the poison, he breathed it in.
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
The reason we didn't breathe in the poisonous gas? I should be able to explain that mystery too. The smoke, the fire, or the sprinklers. Didn't breathe it in because of the smoke. Nope. Nope. It's because of the fire. Not the fucking sprinklers that are then. I know why. Do you remember when before we first found the body? Monokuma told us to not be here. He told us to leave for a little while.
In the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
Yeah, so just before we found Nagito's body, and after we put the fire out, Monokuma told us to leave while the smoke cleared down. It wasn't the smoke he was referring to, it was the gas. Ew, science.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and is susceptible to hydrolysis. So I guess that's the part that you mentioned, Yuza. Yeah, it does break down.
Of course! Hydrolysis! The chemical bonds that form the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers.
Chemistry's cool. Chemistry's cool. I wasn't very good at it, but I liked it.
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Oh, Chiaki, you're very clever.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning.
More of a physics kind of guy. Honestly, I loved chemistry. I wasn't very good at it, but it was my favorite science.
The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Oh.
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Guys, reach with the okay and just that didn't ask.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right, all the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Really?
Well, but...
What? There's still more?
I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive is still unclear. Did he commit suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? Was that really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
Nagito's motive. Nagito's malice. Is this really okay? Can we really finish this here? No, that can't be.
There might have been an accomplice.
Oh shit. Holy fucking shit. Oh my god, Fire Emblem reference. He literally said kill every last one of them. Oh my god, a Fire Emblem reference. They might have been an accomplice. Huh?
Chiaki, what did you just say?
Until reference kill every last one of them. Oh my fucking god.
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
If Nagito already brought poison to the warehouse, then the thing that would have been left behind is the container, the meat on the bone. Oh no, I'm really low on health. Shit. I'm really low on health. Fuck. 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing. Hey, that's already over and done with.
Crap!
She's right, I deserve to be yelled at. Okay, I have enough health. I'm fine. Okay, thing that's been left behind is the container.
I see! Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere.
It is, isn't it?
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
Okay, this liquid's secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
So what have you just said into, oh my god, there was Anakam. What?
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice? It is just too...
Anakam. Oh, I thought you were saying someone already cut what I was saying, and I was confused. Oh my god, there was an accomplice. An accomplice? It's just too...
Like, does that really matter all that much?
Does it?
I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
Does it?
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Really?
Ah, you're right. You're totally right. That's totally it.
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
Too bad, Kazuichi. Okay, Ibuki. Pointing! I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired. Tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I just want to rule that this is Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt.
That's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So that's the extent of your hopes.
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh? The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
Ghost trick, ghost trick.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Would it?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is?
Some enemies and tied up by a rope. Yeah, she's not.
Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
What is this feeling like just now? Even though it was brief. It was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Akane just said they might be a new clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. The way Nagito poured the poison, which means the thing he used as a container was... But can you spell the words fire grenade? I don't think this one's as much of a bitch. Aye. But G. Give me an R, give me an R. Give me a D. Actually, please don't. Fuck, there goes the E. But can you spell the words fire grenade?
I see. I got it.
At least Sean picked up on it. Oh no, Lion did too. Give me a T. Actually, please don't. No one picked up on that. Actually, please don't. I see, I got it.
Huh?
The fire grenades. Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
Oh my god.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
He did?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
Oh.
That bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
Aluminium.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime. Could it be?
Things are getting closer together. Things are getting closer together.
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh?
Sonia's words contain a clue that the contents of a fire grenade were swapped with the poison. Piece of blue paper found at Nagito's cottage under this bed. It's a round, thin piece of aluminium paper.
I can prove it with this. Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
Oh my god.
No, that is not just a piece of trash.
Me, same.
The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he used those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in, and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide. Enough already!
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
Does it?
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I don't know if Zeph and User are still here, but do either of you have any theories?
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
Is it?
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
Understandable. Bum 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 bum.
No, it's not.
The truth is even more horrifying. Oh my god, can you believe that? Suicide still seems off. So have you got any other assumptions?
Jockey?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to just run to the bathroom. I'll be back in a moment, guys. One sec. Gaming. Okay. Right. Hello. Gaming. The ink is still on my hand. Kinda. It's faded a lot, but still. Right. She is Libby right now, but she'll be back in a moment. Okay. Yeah, if he swapped the grenades with poison, and then everyone threw them, then it must be the person that threw it first. Okay. Okay. Alright. We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison.
So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison?
Good question.
When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
Oh. The moment the fire grenades were brought, and the moment Nagito breathed in the poison were the same? Could that moment be when we all threw the grenades? Or when the fire started?
Crap!
No? Shit. The moment the fire grenades were brought, and the moment Nagito breathed in the poison were the same? Could that moment be when we all threw the grenades?
I see! Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah. I think so. When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
Nagito is really fucked up. Nagito is like seriously fucked up, if you can't already tell. So he's done all that to himself, but it was the gas that killed him. It was the gas. It was the gas that killed him. What the fuck? Hey Lily, this moment I kid you not is when I actually felt despair playing Danganronpa same. Because, I mean we'll get to it soon, but by getting one of us to throw the fire grenades, oh shit, this is where things get a lot more despair-filled with despair, absolute despair.
You said so yourself! You said Nagito committed suicide!
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Huh? The person who prepared the poison fire grenade was Nagito Kamida.
I see!
It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poisoned grenade?
The person who set the warehouse fire was Nagito Kamida.
That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
The reason Nagito set the warehouse on fire? To commit suicide, to get our attention, to destroy the evidence, or to make someone throw the poison.
I see!
He knew we were going to throw the poison.
Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh?
So this is where Nagito and his fucking genius really shines, and his malice really hits home just how fucking crazy he is. Because he put the poison in one of the very many fire grenades. So whoever threw the poisoned one has no idea that they're the one who threw it. Because whoever threw the poisoned one contained the poison that eventually led to him dying. So whoever threw the poisoned grenade is the actual killer. But no one knows who it is, even the killer doesn't know who it is.
Could it be? Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
Whoever threw that fire grenade, your mom's a hoe. Fair enough, this is evil. This is Nagito. But it gets better though, user. It gets better. Setting up a murder nobody can solve? That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison.
Look at him. Fucking look at him. Death is coming and he is happy. Actually, he's also fearing. He's fucking shit scared, but... Nagito, he's like, oh fuck, it's actually happening. But he planned everything here. He knew this was gonna happen.
And then...
Hold on. If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all along.
This is why this is like the best chapter, best case in the entire series. Because Nagito actually made an unsolvable murder.
Even the wounds all over his body, it was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
Hey Cam, I'm in the car and can't watch, but I don't want to lose my streak of streams. Understandable. Fair. I'm sure we do. Right.
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras. If Monokuma doesn't know, this trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
Impossible.
How can you? I'm so jealous. I mean, how can you have such an awful power?
She had a shit. Oh my god.
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Guess, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do?
She had a shit.
No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably...
Once again, Hiko's voice actor hits the mark perfectly. Yep.
There's one way, I think.
Really?
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning?
Oh, of course it is, Chiaki. Of course it is.
I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
That's right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean the trial is over yet. Even though I don't know who killed Nagito, it should be clear what kind of trap he set. Lion and Shawn are getting ready. Then I have to do it. Even if it leads to despair.
I got it. Let's do this then.
The best closing argument. Boom, 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 boom. Ba ba boom, bum bum ba dum ba da bum boom. Ba ba boom, ba dum bam bam. Ba ba boom. I haven't got many failed attempts here. I'm quite low on health. Dun 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 dun. See the knife went through his hand? Yeah. Yeah. This chapter does have a lot of mention of knives. I should have had a little bit of a trigger warning beforehand. Fuck.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda.
I should have gave you guys some warning on that one.
He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan. Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base. Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory, and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion. First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up. As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream, he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade.
Gross.
He didn't just want us to think he was tied up. He also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap.
Despair.
In conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity.
That was Nagito's trap.
This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
No, you're getting good, Sean. You and Lion, once again, the whole closing argument, you're just all of the sound effects. How many sides does an octagon have? I know there is a bomb, but honestly, it's amazing. It's brilliant. Okay, so it's an unsolvable murder. It's good, Sean. Shut up. That's fair. That's fair. The trial this one was hard. Oh, I bet. You guys done good. You guys done great. Okay, so yeah, Nagito made an unsolvable murder, where even the killer doesn't know that they've done it. So what the fuck are we gonna do? Chiaki wanted us to recall the events.
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
You are so cool.
You say we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was?
Huh?
He said this to us earlier.
It's gonna be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way hope can lose. Absolute hope that can break through any despair can never lose in a place like this. And not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time we spent together.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
Now that that's done, I want to mention I call it the blackened characters. Everyone except Nagito. I love that. I love how the blackened was everyone. All 6 of them. All 6 of them. No, 7. Hang on. There's Hajime, Chiaki, Sonya, Akane, Fuyuhiko, Kazuichi. There's 6. Right? There's 6. There's 6. Hang on. No. There's 6. I feel like I'm wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 6. Okay. Once again, Nagito takes the place of the protagonist for a moment. Honestly, Nagito would make for a great protagonist. A fucking crazy one, but yeah. Okay.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart.
What did Nagito believe in from the bottom of his heart? Also, User and Zeph, I should really hope you guys are here for this.
I want you to try to remember what that is.
What Nagito believed in? He believed in Hajime Hinata. He also believed in his talent. He believed in his ultimate luck more than anything else. Here's Zeph.
I see! Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
After all the time we spent together, I believe in you guys. And more than anything, I believe in my ultimate luck. So it's definitely going to be alright.
Guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
Believe in the surveillance cameras.
But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
It wasn't life-threatening at all. It was just a little escape game that ended with some Russian roulette. It's a game you load one bullet into a gun with the cylinder, point towards you and pull the trigger. She really did it. Ah, so that's how you're supposed to play it. So it'd been fine if I only used one bullet, huh? I guess it's just what me said. I misunderstood and thought I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder, so that's how I did it. You had a 1 in 6 chance of surviving? I'm still alive, after all. The only good thing about me is how lucky I am. And he did the same thing when the first killing happened at the old building near the hotel. He depended on his luck and was able to get cleaning duty just as he wanted. That's right, I just trusted my luck. I trusted me picked for cleaning duty. You relied on just your luck? It's not just luck, it's my talent. It's true my talent is trash, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know. Huh? I'm left with a red mark? Someone called the ultimate lucky student. You don't seem very lucky right now. At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted. And I was thinking about him trying to get the traitors to throw it by sheer luck, but then I also think that he expected them to fail to solve the mystery as a whole. This is Nagito. Yeah, flashback within a flashback.
But his luck didn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
And then the traitor will be saved, which makes no sense.
I just thought it was strange that it doesn't connect to anything.
Huh?
He factored in his belief in us, but for some reason he didn't factor in his own luck. No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
You know, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
A target? Who?
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it.
Who was Nagito trying to find?
That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student, and incorporated that luck into his plan.
Who was Nagito trying to find? Who was he trying to find? Besides Leon. He was trying to find some bitches. Okay. You guys suck. You guys suck. Okay. He was trying to find the traitor this whole time.
As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
I know, you all coordinated, Leon. Okay.
You mean he left his plan to luck?
He risked his life for that?
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
Somebody smarter than the game itself could be. Who was Nagito after? No. I didn't even need to ask. I should already know who the answer is. The traitor.
I see!
This whole time.
That's it? The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
And won a moguls.
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Then what he said in his video message.
It won't work with just any student handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you have to use the traitor's student handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was after secretly monitoring everyone's activity. But I was a little annoyed that they never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
And it's just as Nagito said at the beginning. His purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believed in what Nagito said, we would have reached the answer much quicker. The reason this took so damn long, was it really because we didn't believe in him?
But if he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that!
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair.
Who's the traitor?
That's something he'd say.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
So anyone who hasn't seen this game before, does anyone have any just blind guesses as to who the traitor is? Out of the 6 remaining? Out of Hajime, Kazuichi, Sonya, Chiaki, Akane, or Fuyuhiko, who do you guys think is the traitor? Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you going to do? You guys going to believe me? It wasn't Monokuma, obviously. Out of those 6, blind guess. I want to hear who your guess is. He relied on his luck to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for? Yeah, I have to cover my bases at this point, especially at this point in the game, where this is like a big part of the game. I don't want to change it to Leon. Absolutely no idea. He relied on his own luck to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he's aiming for. It sounds way too unbelievable to have actually happened, but...
The only thing we can do is believe.
I pull a Makoto and kill off Hajime again.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Good question. If the traitor revealed themselves during the bomb scare, would Nagito have stopped the killing?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it. Because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself!
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Zeph, who is it?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
What a time to come back. No, user. It's not because they kill her off. It's because the character development.
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor? Hajime, please.
You did predict it. You really did. So this is like the first time where I feel utter despair in this series. When I find out that my favourite is the actual traitor. Damn you, Nagito. This whole time, the traitor has been Chiaki. It's Chiaki. I'm kind of glad no one spoiled it for you all. There was someone here in the first chapter when we were investigating Byakuya, where someone came along and just said, Chiaki's the traitor, and I passed it off as a joke and you all believed me. But it's Chiaki.
It's you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
She's the imposter.
Please! Hold on!
Aw, you totally guessed right.
To accuse Chiaki, the first game you could choose not to rat out Kyoko. You just get a bad ending where you all die.
Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor.
I can't take this series. I knew this was coming. I've played this series before. But this is still my favourite chapter in the series because of just how emotional and how cool the case is. And topping it all off with my favourite being the killer without her even knowing. So like Junko too. I promise you, Chiaki is not evil, don't worry. That's why traitor is banned. Yeah, the word traitor has been blocked on my Twitch for the past couple of months. I don't want to risk anyone joining the stream and saying who the traitor is because this is one of the main plot twists I don't want anyone finding out about before. Oh yeah, we're not talking about V3 just yet. V3 is quite good though. Not as good.
The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Among you is close to Among Us. Damn it. Why? This nonsense is... Why? Using imposter to refer to the traitor because I couldn't say it. Why does this make sense?
Hey, Chiaki, are you being serious right now?
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... Up till now... You've been tricking us?
What? We were not tricked! After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying future foundation, that is obviously a lie.
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity. So the only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet!
That person's more Chiaki's the imposter. Can you believe going around and fake spoiling stuff? That's obviously not true. Yeah. Yeah. Someone said Chiaki is the traitor in, like, when investigating Byakuya's body. And my response was, can you believe going around and fake spoiling stuff? That's obviously not true. I said that and everyone just straight up believed me. It was her all along.
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand.
This part too. I need to prove that it's her.
We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe... I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
Huh?
Hey, Hajime. Can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What? What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but... as I expected, that's rather difficult. That's why... the only thing I can do is plead with you.
So do card swipe.
I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So please.
Looks like we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all! 'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
Too bad.
Yeah, there's another thing to put together.
I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone. I have no friends. Anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Damn it.
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much.
Monami and Chiaki's relationship. Proving it here. Is that the only way? I have to prove that Chiaki's the
Hajime,
traitor.
you stupid face.
Hajime, you stupid face.
Let's all get along. I won't let you. Burst open and mix. I can't lose. I won't let you. sharpen and mix. I'll lower your grades. Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along. Hajime, you stupid face.
I lower your grades.
Let's all get along.
Because she's a teacher.
I won't let you. Chucky and I aren't best friends.
This is the end! When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with the new Sami logo on it.
User is really good at predicting things. User is really good at predicting things. Also, the diary. The diary is such a niche thing to realize. Not many people actually realize the diary beforehand. But if you did notice the diary beforehand and you think about it a little bit, that clears up that it's Chiaki. Because inside of the notebook, it mentions, there was a note from when we were inside the funhouse. It mentioned how Hajime was about to go into the final dead room, but I stopped him. Who stopped him? Chiaki did. Chiaki stopped him from going into the final dead room. Not Monami, Chiaki. And if you actually had to think of, if you thought of that, not many people actually do think about it. Not many people actually realize anything about the notebook. That's suspicious. But if you ever think about it, oh shit.
That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know. I don't know.
I know.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
So sudden?
Give me that notebook.
Day 1. I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2. Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired.
Huh? What is this? Is this Monami's diary?
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too, so that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long, but I finally understand.
No. The truth is I might have already known the moment I found this notebook. It's just I wanted to turn my eyes from the truth it contained. But now I clearly know. I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
Topic discussed in that entry.
In the notebook, there was a specific entry.
He's on Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go into the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room, but the only one who knew that.
If I win this life-threatening game here, I'll be able to go to the Octagon place, right? That's where the exit should be. I did it. I finally did it. I finally figured out where the exit is. I can get out. With this, I can finally get out. You can't do that. You shouldn't go in there. You won't find what you're looking for.
That's right. The only person who knew that is Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor...
It ends soon, by the way.
What was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
It's really stupid to be fighting over something like this. And so, with an annoyed expression on her face, Chiaki walked over to the bombs without saying a word. Took her handbook out of her pocket. Huh? And without hesitation, swiped the card reader. Bzz. Looks like it was wrong.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the traitor's handbook.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake! That must be a mistake! Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
Do you think I do, Sonia? Do you think I want her to be the traitor?
Of course not.
I will not believe it! I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor! There is just no way!
I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe, but
then nobody will be saved.
We're nearing the end, by the way.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
I wish.
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
No.
That's not it.
Monami saw too. Let's see the end. It should go 20 minutes ago.
Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake.
If I had to guess, probably 15 minutes. If I had to guess.
Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I did not want to hear that! Enough already. Please do not say another word.
I think this is like the final battle.
I do not want this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
Sonia.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor!
It's a sad one.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
What's Kandara right away?
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier. Cookie knows Monokuma
But
probably told Chiaki that it was fake before beforehand!
He didn't tell anyone. He didn't tell anyone.
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake. But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
Then where did Nagito obtain the bombs he used? I wonder. If I'm going to give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes. Well, already, you should have said so earlier. I thought if you kept quiet, it foreshadowed the killing was going to happen. That's why I'm just going to tell you for the first time. I feel relieved.
That... Monokuma may have just been lying!
No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
That's not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
That's not it.
Are you telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you, that's not it. We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn
That's a
it.
good point.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can stay alive by believing in me.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel!
I'm sorry.
Chiaki!
Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this, but still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
I know. It's voting time, right?
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me, and cast your vote.
Damn it!
Why did it end up like this?
Oh my god. She's gonna join Gundam, Sean. It's not fair. I feel the same as everyone else. There's no way I can agree to this. Emptiness, loneliness, sadness. Most of all, I'm ashamed of my weakness. But even so, I have to move forward. If we believe in the person who's urging us forward, then we have to start walking. And believe with as much hope as possible in what lies ahead.
Even so.
Wrong one. Didn't mean to press the... Oh, that's the wrong one. I need the yellow one. Why are they all being pressed? Okay, that's good. We did tease Sean that Gundam. I did. I deserve it. Man, I'm pooped. Let's go ahead and announce the result. The traitor from the Future Foundation and Nagito Kamaida's killer is Chiaki Nanami.
Damn it!
You serious? That was correct. The fact that Chiaki was a traitor, the fact that Nagito's crime depended entirely on his luck, everything was true.
Damn it.
Plus, that means that bastard managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Damn it.
Stupid, we're not celebrating at all.
Damn it!
Okay, let me ask you one more time. Are you already part of the Future Foundation? Okay, let's go straight back through one of the things. That's what we can do. An agent of the organization that brought us to this island? Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
That is...
I cannot believe it, even though I do not want to believe it. There is no choice but to believe, right?
I'm sorry.
It would have been better if I could have just said it sooner, but I couldn't say it no matter what.
'Cause...
I can't betray the Future Foundation. But Gundam's dead, Sean. I mean, Fuyuhiko's still alive. Can't betray?
Well?
Even if you want to fly, you can't, right? Even if you want to swim where you please, you can't, right? It's the same for me. Due to the nature of my existence, I'll never be able to betray the Future Foundation. What the heck? But in the end, you did something similar. What you did is no different than sharing your secret yourself. You're right.
Why?
I just want time to be laughing.
Well?
But strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I wanted to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions. You're still saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're just not going to answer, right? Like if we ask you why you're in the Future Foundation and stuff.
I'm sorry. That is...
Even if you were a traitor, you never betrayed us. Jackie, you will always be our friend, even now. We don't blame you for this. That's why you don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
The traitor was revealed and Chiaki lost. In the end, it all went according to Nagito's plan, huh?
Like...
How about that? Was that really Nagito's goal? Is it really okay to say that he was trying to find the killer and eliminate them? Traitor, even? If so, isn't it strange?
So...
I mean, we nearly lost, right? And if Chiaki hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost. We can actually make a really good Parallel Zero escape once you play that. Oh god. You raise a good point. That's exactly it. Even though Nagito said he would weed out the traitor, he never said he would kill the traitor.
Yes, indeed.
Congratulations, you successfully stopped Nagito's plan. Oh. I mean, Nagito's plan was to reveal the traitor and kill everyone else besides the traitor. Kill everyone else besides the traitor? That was Nagito's goal?
Huh?
Why did you do something like that? Did form a plan that only the traitor would survive? Is that bastard really that twisted?
Nope.
It's okay. What?
Well?
I mean, it's not just Nagito's fault. If the circumstances had been different, he probably wouldn't have taken things so far.
Chiaki!
You really are a kind-hearted person. He wanted to kill everyone besides the traitor. I wonder why. Huh? You think so? Jeez, I wonder where you got your personality from.
Perhaps.
Perhaps our dad and our big brother, don't you think?
Hey!
Hey!
Come on
Don't go talking about
now.
your family all of a sudden. It's totally ripping off Teru. Damn right, Nagito. He wanted Chiaki to live.
I can't lose!
Then I cannot lose to Chiaki. Just like Chiaki and everyone else, even if I know it's a fight I cannot win.
Hi-ya!
I must try to retaliate.
Huh?
Retaliate?
I will no longer let you do as you please.
This is where Monami is just like, she's fucking done.
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together.
She self-destructed?
What'd you say?
What's going on?
Huh?
Monokuma, like, die?
No, no!
I'm not dead. A new one fucking came out! Man, that surprised me. If only I didn't have a spare, I would have died.
I can't
Not yet, I'm not done yet. Hey, wait.
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace.
Stop it, I say! I'm sorry, I lose! Forgive me!
Hey,
Not yet. Seriously, stop it. If you don't stop right now, it's all going to be destroyed.
I won't forgive
Of course.
you.
I'm doing it so you'll be destroyed. You can reference too? Really? I'll be the one to protect my students.
I won't let you.
I'll protect them with my life. I want to meet you.
Hey.
Now then, how many of you are still there? You might as well come out all at once.
Ooh, how exciting!
How many? How many? Not that much. Just around 10 to the 60. Huh? What did you say?
What?
1 million? 1, 10, 100, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 1 quadrillion. Jump ahead. 10, 52, 26, and 10, 60. That's 10 to the 60th power. After all this, you're still joking around? You still have quite the daring spirit. Except I'm not joking. I'm not even saying anymore. Wait, so if there are infinite Monokumas and Monomis, we can just get a magic state back after he dies. Oh, no one said anything about Monomi. What are you even saying anymore? Didn't you save that scene? While you're doing this, my clones are continuously and endlessly created. In the Monokuma manufacturing facility.
That's wrong.
What? Those are just stuffed animals. That's right. I checked them with my own hands. They're just plushies.
Damn it!
You just bluff him. Monomi, finish him off.
Hey,
Even if it's just a plushie, as long as you give it Monokuma's personality, it becomes a fully developed Monokuma. What did you say? There's no way that's possible. Not even magic. Magic, huh?
Could it
Could
be?
Have you already attained that much power?
Hey!
If you bring up magic and suddenly we'll be so confused. There should be magic in a technological sense. We won't understand this at all.
Hey!
What's going on? Don't tell me you're not going to call this magic or something. Well, I don't care how you interpret it.
in the end, even if Monomi risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong! There's no value in that life you're risking. So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement?
Video games, there are a lot of them.
What's this?
How many Monomis are left to challenge an army of 10 to the 60th power? You don't have to say anything. I know. Let's see. You just have 10 more left, right? I know everything. I am the conqueror of the new world. That's a number of that's a lot of Monokumas.
I can't lose.
I won't give up, even if I have no chance after winning.
It's okay, Monomi.
Huh?
Well,
It's not about giving up, you know.
let's believe in them.
Let's believe in everyone. Leave the rest to them. I hope everyone's still here for this, by the way. But
Right?
Damn it.
what the hell is going on? Oh my god, New World Order.
I
I do not know for certain. But the only thing I can say is...
Please listen!
Monokuma is an enemy of the Future Foundation.
Like,
Does that mean there's another organization that are enemy besides our Future Foundation?
this is bad.
We're in this situation because we're caught up in a dispute between the two organizations?
Damn it!
Okay, that's it. Let's just leave that talk for later. Because the punishment time's about to start. It is. Hold on, just a little more time. To wait or not to wait? That is the question. Or what will cause more despair? That's the real question. If you think about it, you'd know, right? There's no way I'd wait. I haven't...
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Hajime. Regardless, there's nothing else I can say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than I already have. What that
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
For Chiaki Nanami, the ultimate gamer.
Special bleeding service!
Ah, for Monami too.
Huh?
Why even Monami? It's just a 2-for-1 special. I could have killed that thing anytime I wanted since she's not a student. And also, I don't need anybody that will defy me anymore. And also, I remember now. I'm an only child.
That is...
What is that? It's okay. Even if I'm here. It should be a burden anyway. Not just that. I've decided to believe in everyone.
You guys, I'm sorry about so many things. I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you to the very end.
My heart.
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter.
I wish.
If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life.
Life advice with Monami. Chiaki's gonna get Chia killed because she was the Chia killer. Oh my god.
Love, love.
Love, love.
Bye, everyone. It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you. It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Chiaki was found guilty. Time for the punishment. You too, Monami. Please insert coin. It's a good execution, but epic gamer references. Run, fucking run, fucking run, fucking run, fucking run, fucking run. Run. You're about to see my certain distaste for a certain game now. You're about to see a certain hatred. Why does her execution have to be such a bop? Don't drag it out. See you, Lily. Fuck Tetris. And and you resubscribe. Fucking hell. Thank you for the subscription, Benji. Fucking hell. Why does my favourite character have to have the best execution? Like, that was a really good execution, and the theme for it was really good. Why was the music such a bop? Like, Tetris or Spoon? Oh, Tetris or Splatoon. I still prefer Tetris. But still. I agree, Libby, this is the best chapter because we finally got rid of Chiaki. Shut the fuck up! It's the best chapter because the case is really good, it's well written, the whole using luck thing is amazing. And emotional damage. It's the only chapter in the series that gives me genuine emotional damage. Even until the very end, I couldn't look away from Chiaki's final moments. Without realising it, I'd fallen to my knees. A feeling of powerlessness spread throughout my body. It's over. It just had to end. Before I could ask what I needed to ask. Before I could say what I needed to say. 2 shots ago, I didn't feel much then. Chiaki vanished before my eyes. And I couldn't even tell her, thank you. If I had said that, would she have been comforted a little? As she was executed as the traitor, would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurt. Good gracious, that was a big surprise. As a Chiaki, she regularly took on the role of pointman during the class trials, as did Nagito too.
What?
And not only was she the traitor, she was Nagito's killer too.
Phew.
Oh well, don't worry about it. There won't be any more situations you're going to need to rely on them.
Huh?
Wait, does that mean... Now the annoying rabbit is gone as well. All the obstacles that have been keeping us stuck on the island are completely gone.
Hey!
We can really leave the island?
I shall now present.
Congratulations. With this, I shall announce the end of the Killing School trip. And I'm actually going to end it off here before the end of the chapter. Because chapter 6, it's a little bit wobbly in the sense of it starts off immediately jumping into things. It jumps into things immediately. And we don't want that. Literally, it jumps into things right, like just before the end of chapter 5. And it's not a cliffhanger at all. So if we leave here, it's a better cliffhanger for chapter 6. So we're going to do the last like 2-3 minutes of chapter 5 and then the daily life. I mean, there's no daily life in chapter 6, there never is. But part of chapter 6. Chapter 6, though, is very good. Very good. The ending to this game is brilliant. I'll save again just to be sure. That's good, and that's where we're going to end off. Because I think after this, things happen, and this is a good cliffhanger. Congratulations, with this I shall announce the end of the Killing School trip. What happens next? Oh god, I wonder. It ended with my favourite character being fucking destroyed by a Tetris block. You want to know the worst thing? That they're completely not oblivious to? They're completely oblivious to this. And it hurts. So, Zombie, right? J-Manic. They're a Patreon on the Minecraft server. And they haven't played Danganronpa, by the way, so don't spoil them on this. So I do a thing where every single month a Patreon supporter can request like a tool, and I'll like model it for them. They requested a blue Tetris piece as a sword. They requested a blue fucking Tetris piece as a sword. I modelled that. Actually, let me get the model out real quick. I'll actually show you what I've... They haven't even seen it. It's still work in progress. It's still work in progress. But this is what I done. I made this like Tetris sword. It's just a Tetris piece, yeah, but it fucking hurts. And like, this is what it looks like. You know, you're holding it. It's a cool. So I do like how it looks. But if you use a command to put it on your head, this is what happens when it's on your head. I done that. What are the odds they requested the exact piece that killed her? Tiny pink pixel at the bottom. A hidden one that you can't actually see. Oh yeah, because there's actually like a part of it which you can't see. Because it's covered by the sword handle. So if I can't because all 4 pixels are being shown. Actually, there is one pixel that you can't see. Yeah, this one here, you can't actually see it. So if I make this one pink, I could actually do that. I can make it pink. I'm going to make this pixel pink. Hang on. You guys are going to watch this happen. I'm making it pink. This whole pixel is now pink. And no one would know any better unless they actually looked into the files of the resource pack. Because you can see it. You can see on the texture file that it is, in fact, a pink pixel. However, there's your little Chieki reference on a sword. But plug inside the sword. Oh god, no. I mean, if I remove that, it's just... Oh god, okay. I mean, lore. Chieki's part of the lore. Which is actually... That's aligned perfectly. You won't notice. Yeah, under any normal circumstances, you won't see the pink pixel. That's only there if you look at the file or look at the model. I'm just gonna save that. Don't mind me. I'm just going to save that. That's saved. Add permitted term sword and bloody butt plug. Okay. No, my face. But now that pink pixel is there, technically Chieki execution is canon, and therefore all of Danganronpa 1 and 2. Oh no! Is that your way of getting Leon into the lore? Because I somehow get Chieki into the lore first. Oh no! That's how you do it, isn't it? That's how you do it. That is a very clever way of doing it, to be fair. Get fucked. Leon is canon, let's go! Okay. I mean, I could... What if I make like the entirety of Danganronpa canon in some regard? Make the entirety of Danganronpa canon to Tato. I could potentially do something like that. I could definitely do that. I could definitely do that. There is one part in the series which leaves a huge opening for me to leave in the lore. There is one part in the Danganronpa series that leaves a huge opening that just lets me slide it into the Tato lore. Do you know what I mean? DM it to me, Lion. DM it to me. I want to hear your thoughts, because I think it's quite niche. Anyway, I'm going to end it off here. So I'm not streaming Danganronpa next week, but it'll be the week after, because that's the schedule at the moment. And once I'm done with this series, once I'm done with Danganronpa, I'm not going to jump into V3 straight away. I don't know when I'm going to go into V3, but it might be a little bit of a while. I can tell people want a Danganronpa break, which is fair. I've been playing it a lot. So I might have a bit of a break from Danganronpa. Even all of us become Australian tomorrow. Yeah, I need to actually do that. The Danganronpa series. Australia. So, Minecraft server tomorrow, Tato. We're doing a brand new challenge that we're calling the Australia Challenge. I've got 4 chunks, 2x2 area, and flip them upside down. You start on the very bottom of the world, which is actually now the top. It's going to be a very cool challenge. He's turning in the meantime. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, V3 won't happen for a while. I'm not sure how long. At least a month minimum. It's going to make V3 look even worse. V3, V3 is still a good game. V3 is still a really good game, but compared to the first two, it sucks. I'm going to sit in general VC because I want to stream myself playing Garfield Kart. Okay, fair. While I'm here, is anyone live on Twitch? If not, it's fine. I'll just end off without rating. But my god, this series. Shut up, Libby. But yeah, this chapter, it's my favorite because of the emotional damage and just it's such a good chapter. Like the writing. Anyone who hasn't seen this game before, I'm sure, like, you can admit, Nagito's case was really well written. It was written just really well. It was just fucking crazy, and that's the part that I love about it. It's your favorite. It's your favorite because Chiaki gets bonked. It's not. That's not why. I mean, her execution is still the best. Not just because she's my favorite, but you can tell her execution is way better than all the other ones. Am I biased? Yes, but is it still really good? Yes. Actually, no, it's your favourite because Akane keeps mentioning Nagito's front tail. Oh yeah, I love Nagito's dick. Nagito got Chiaki killed. You're welcome, because I picked up Kirby and purposely put off playing it to watch the stream. That's an honour. Thank you, Benji. I mean, you didn't have to do that. I'm sure people were hyped for Kirby. Enjoyed it. Lots of interesting deductions being made. Honestly, most Danganronpa fans agree that like this is like the best chapter, the best case, because it was so well written. Like, unless I'm forgetting something, I don't think so. This is pretty much like the only almost unsolvable case in the series. If Chiaki didn't reveal herself, it would have been flat out impossible to tell who it was, and it would have been down to luck. I had to do a test anyways though, so I just did both at the same time. Fair. But yeah, no one's live, so I'll just end it off here. But yeah, thank you for bearing with me this stream. It's been an emotional train wreck, but I've been really hyped for this case because I've just been really looking forward to your reactions of Chiaki. It hurts, okay? But yeah, I fucking love this chapter. It's so good. But yeah, Sean, Chiaki has joined Gundam. Gundam's dead. But so is Chiaki. Okay, I'll end off now. Guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow for Australia Challenge on Tato. If you're not a fan of that, I'm doing some different streams next week. Actually, I need to recap the schedule. I need to recap the schedule for anyone who's not into the Tato stuff. So Monday, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and then if there's time after, we'll do the watch later stuff. And then I'm not really streaming much next week. I just need a bit of a break, and also just to do Team All stuff. So Monday, and then Friday I'm doing Tato, and then Saturday I'm doing Australia Challenge again. So I'm not really doing any different games next week. It's be more laid back, so I can edit Team All and edit other videos. Just get some things done, because I've barely done any fucking editing in the past couple of months. But yeah. I will see you all some other time. Bye, guys.